Greetings, everyone. We continue discussing the white paper on migration as presented by the Minister of Home Affairs, Dr. Aaron Mtswaledi. In this video, we are looking into citizenship. It says, the first part says the genesis of the 1949 Citizenship Act, Citizenship Act 1995 and other laws. It says that the citizenship laws in South Africa are controversial. In 1949, the Citizenship Act, or the 1949 Citizenship Act, was discriminatory. It was based on race and sex. Black people were excluded from the citizenship of South Africa. But in 1994, the citizenship laws, according to the white paper, were rushed in the South African Parliament after the 1994 democratic breakthrough. Because now everyone in South Africa was considered a citizen. The white paper deals with the three categories of citizenship, which we have discussed previously: that you become a citizen by birth, a citizen by naturalization, and a citizenship through descent. Then the policy framework proposals on citizenship says this white paper, which we are discussing, makes radical changes. It proposes that Section 4, bracket 3 of the Citizenship Act must be reviewed together with other sections. I will read in part. It says, Section 4, bracket 3 of the Citizenship Act requires to be reviewed together with other sections, including those relating to citizenship by naturalization during the legislative process. Section 4, bracket 3 of the South African Citizenship provides for citizenship by naturalization to persons born in South Africa to foreign parents who have attained the age of 18 years. This includes children whose parents are asylum seekers and refugees. Asylum seekers, after exhausting all their remedies, may have their asylum claims rejected and be deported in their country of origin or to their country of origin. The parents who are refugees may have their refugee status terminated. In both instances, the parents will have a child who has attained the age of 18 years remaining a South African citizen. This would pave a way for the parent who has been deported or refugee status terminated coming back to South Africa now to join a relative or a child who would become a South African citizen. So in other words, in simple terms, what the white paper is saying, someone comes to South Africa, applies for an asylum, while he's in the process of then being assisted, is still renewing the asylum. They have a child, the child then up to the age of 18, which then the child qualifies to be a South African by birth, even though he's born to migrants who are asylum seekers or refugees. But say the child is now 19, a South African, but is born of migrants. And then in the application for the asylum seeker to be granted a refugee status is rejected, or the refugee status that was given to parents is now terminated, the parents will have to go back. And then here what it raises is what then becomes of a child who's now a South African because they've attained the age of 18. And it says parents that will have been deported back to their country of origin will then come back to join their family, that is their children, who are now South Africa. It then says United States of America, Canada, Switzerland, and Britain are more developed countries, unlike South Africa, because you know that in the United States, if you are born in the United States, automatically you become a citizen of that country. But here it says South Africa is not highly developed compared to those countries that would say if you are born in South Africa, you become a South African, if you are born to migrants. And then it continues here, it says, the Citizenship Act and the Birth and Death Registration Act must be repealed in their entirely and be included in the single legislation dealing with citizenship, immigration and refugee protection. This will remove contradictions and loopholes in the path towards citizenship, as is now the case with the 3 pieces of legislation. The criteria for granting any form of citizenship must be strictly in accordance with the law. It then says a proper register should be kept for all persons granted citizenship by naturalization by the minister. The register must be tabled every year in Parliament by the minister. New legislation must provide for proper criteria for granting citizenship by naturalization by the minister. The current criteria contain elements borrowed from the 1949 Citizenship Act. This will avoid citizenship by naturalization being granted to controversial figures and the fugitives from justice. That's what the white paper proposes on this citizenship. So in other words, in simple terms, if you are not born in South Africa, you are born to migrants who are either refugees or asylum seekers, even if you attain the age of 18 in future, according to the white paper here, it is going to be difficult for you to become a South African. Secondly, if you come to South Africa, as has been the case, you come on a work permit or whatever visa, you stay in South Africa, you apply for, later on you apply for permanent residence, then you apply for a citizenship. You are now a new naturalized South African. It is now going to be difficult for you to attain the citizenship in the manner in which it has been happening. So that's what the white paper is proposing. So it is not going to be easy to acquire South African citizenship. We are going to look later on in what it says about permanent residence, whether it will also be possible for, or it is going to be easy for one, say they've stayed in South Africa for more than 5 years, they are on a critical skills visa, whether they will be able then to apply for a permanent residence. We'll look into that in the next video, but other than to underline that it is going to be extremely difficult if you are not born in South Africa to acquire the citizenship of South Africa. It is going to be quite difficult if you are born in South Africa to migrants who are either asylum seekers or refugees. You have stayed for more than 18 years in South Africa, but your parents can get returned to their country of origin because either their refugee status has been terminated or the asylum claims have been dismissed. It is going to be difficult for you as a child born in South Africa to acquire South African citizenship. Please write in the comment section, like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you're on TikTok, please do follow us. Otherwise, have a great day. Goodbye.